Pretty hot out there, right, to cook inside. So today, Chef Jon-Paul is reinventing salad for us. On the menu this morning, watermelon and fennel. It sounds light and refreshing, Jon-Paul.
Good morning, ladies. It really is very refreshing, and watermelons are at their peak right now, so I want to take advantage of it. And I want to turn you on to a vegetable that most of you look at when you're in the supermarket, but maybe pick it up, look at it and go, and put it back. You don't know what to do with it. Well, this is fennel. And fennel has kind of an anise flavor to it. And if you've ever bought anise, that's actually the stuff on top, the frilly stuff. And the fennel has kind of the texture of celery, but it has a certain sweetness to it. And it goes beautifully with watermelon. So if you've never thought about watermelon in a salad, let me turn you on to this. It's going to be very exciting. We're going to make a simple vinaigrette. So I have some red wine vinegar in here, but you could use white wine vinegar, you could use cider vinegar, they'd all work. You just want kind of a sour component to it. And then to that, I'm going to add, for 1 part vinegar, I'm going to add 3 parts oil and just whisk that in just very quickly. Very simple. Now, if you have a prepared salad dressing, kind of an Italian dressing at home, you can use that. I tend not to use them because they have a lot of stuff in there that typically doesn't go into a human body, like phosphates and preservatives and things like that. But if you're sold on it, if you like the flavor, go ahead. Okay, a little bit of salt. I'm going to use some sea salt, but you can certainly use kosher or iodized salt. And I'm going to use some black pepper. The pepper that I'm using is a telecherry pepper, which is, it's a bigger pepper, and to me it has a lot more flavor. So it's really a kind of a cool addition. Just a variation on black pepper. And that's my dressing. That's it. Now, people approach a watermelon, and sometimes they get a little frightened. How do I work with this thing? Well, what I did was I cut off the top and the bottom so it's nice and secure on my board. And then I'm going to take my knife and just cut it all the way around and cut this off. Put it in a bag. Right down to the red part. So notice I'm using an arcing motion. So I'm starting with my palm facing the floor and ending with my palm facing the ceiling. All the way around. Fantastic. And right now I'm using a seedless watermelon. They couldn't be better. Now this has been kind of a tough year for fruits and vegetables because they haven't had the sweetness that they've had. So the salt and the vinegar are actually going to bring out the natural sweetness of the watermelon. So I can compensate for that because salt inhibits bitterness. So the flavor in the rind that would normally leach into the red part, the white part here, that would leach into the red and cause the bitterness, kind of gets neutralized. Fantastic. Then one more. And take that little bit off. I'm going to use about that much of the watermelon. Put this off to the side. And simply cut it into chunks. Just like that. And then into our bowl. Now the fennel is just like slicing celery. Take this guy, I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to cut a little V out here. Remove the core, and just slice this guy right down. Beautiful. Now I like to let this salad sit for a couple of minutes to develop its flavor because of the magic of television. We're not going to have that luxury this morning, but that's the whole salad. And then just let this sit, pile it up on our plate. And this is so refreshing. I mean, use this as an alternative to potato salad. It's definitely low in calories. It's got a really fresh flavor. And then I'll use some of my fronds on top as a garnish. And that is it. Stunning, light, refreshing. What do you think, guys?
It looks fabulous. It looks really unique. I'm excited to try it.
Excited?
I'm jumping out of my skin.
That's more than I could have hoped for, Kaylee. Enjoy the salad this weekend.
Thank you, Jon-Paul. Kaylee,